Record video. Alright, figured it out. Dynamic resolution on. Graphics preset custom. Shadow quality medium. Motion blur off. GTO medium. Desync off. Sharpening. Let's try 100%. Film grain. Enable depth of field. So let's try that.
I am really in the middle of something.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Alright. So, I decided to try the beta download. Well, didn't work out so well.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Yeah, so I don't know why it defaulted to the headset microphone, but let's do this. No, let's put the gun away.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power. We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been. Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Oh boy, it crashed. It crashed. Just wish my headache would go away. Go. Load this one. This game was created on a later version, so yeah, it was on the beta. but the beta won't let me play.
Hey, Bosco! What, no Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again? And he's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
I am a low level right now. I went
Everything
back.
looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Ooh, that means I can go back here. I can go back here. Da, da, da. And I want boost pack training. Enable boost pack training, people. I don't have a boost pack on right now.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes being your new foster parent. My parents aren't dead.
Sergeant Yumi is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Talk to Sergeant Yumi. Let's get some,
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. Let me know if you have any questions.
I know what mast is. This is the Would you get out of the way, Vasco? I wonder why my graphics look like they do. They look blurry.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge. The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
The Free Star Collective and the
impressive building is MAST, the military, administrative, and scientific triumvirate. It stands as a symbol of the United Colonies.
Helps go through the right door. Literally, the
Yes.
right door.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
Oh, it wasn't a compliment.
Just an observation. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised.
So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the
Why don't you
pickup
turn
instead.
around and talk to me?
Take
for
the
crying
package
out
back to
loud?
Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done.
Good luck with the mission.
Da da da. It crashed again. I would like to play with the newer version because that is more stable, but it doesn't have the right drivers. So let's go. Gaming, Radeon. Let's do quality. Yeah, default performance tuning settings have been restored due to an unexpected failure. So let's go to performance, let's go to tuning, and let's do global, let's do overclock, proceed. Auto overclocking. Alright, instead of 1500 it'll do 1210. Alright, let's see if that does any performance. Close that. So we're going to load in again. And we are stable. We're at 60 frames per second. No frame drops. 10 slow frames. Alright. Press any button. Continue. Continue. Alright, so looks a little bit better. Still looks like crap. Display. Let's do rendering all the way up to 100%. See what that does. That looks a hell of a lot better. No longer grainy as hell. And what are you eating, cat?
The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
And what is this set to? It is in, so it is not set to.
Oh, it wasn't a compliment. Just an observation. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a GalBank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done.
Okay.
Good luck with the mission.
I'm gonna hit F5 right now. Quick save. So that way I don't have to keep
Hey.
talking to this guy. UC is Alpha Centauri, Ptolemy, Sol, and Wolf. Crix is Crimson Fleet. Polly, Cheyenne, Naron, Valo is that. Free Star Collective. Then we got this one. Unconfirmed. Alright. Nat Station. Yeah. Wow, graphics took a dive.
How's the investigation? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Yep, close.
Have you tried the chamomile tea? It's so good.
I'm not a fan.
What do we got here? Another applicant to the UC Vanguard? Interested in doing some good for the people of the United Colonies, all while earning your citizenship and credits to boot? Glad to hear it. Signing up simple. All you've got to do is pass a fight exam and make it through one probationary mission and you're in. We'll have you working your way to UC citizenship in no time. Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
That's good. I have no bounty.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies. From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230. It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent.
False.
But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Nerion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Nerion to join the Collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that.
In the midst of the Colony War, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy
All 4 of my
at
last
large.
science papers have been on Terramorphs.
The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the Colony War to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last. It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be. a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
It's gonna get a little bit noisier in here. I got dryer running. Flight training.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam. This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Shield upgrade active. New targets active. Damage upgrade active.
New ally active.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Intercept vectors.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers. Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5 reached. Initiating final tier. Prepare yourself. New targets active.
Ally eliminated.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot. Please exit the simulation. Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final scores and your probationary assignment.
Still haven't fixed that.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? Well, let's get to it then. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Oh, you found the debug system in the simulator. Nicely done. Curiosity and resourcefulness are skills our recruits need. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. No one clears Tier 6, even with the debug tools. Should be damn proud of yourself. So then, looking at your results as a whole, and factoring in that you managed to utilize all the tools at your disposal, once you've successfully completed your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only just 3 years. Guess a top 99th percentile piloting score will do that, plus a hefty signing bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that. Sounds like you're just the type of pilot the Vanguard's looking for. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies? Fantastic. Then just follow me. Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
That fall could have compromised your health.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you.
Bullet for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can. Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat, pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out? Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
Vasco's annoying. Project Indigo or Code Indigo or whatever. That's pointless. Now I can't go do one mission.
Visa? You got to be kidding. You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees. Sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
Alright, let's go to mast.
Private sector. Now that's real money.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
This is why I didn't want to do it. Every time I enter a building on Aquila or New Atlantis, the game crashes.
Captain James, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Easiest bet I'll ever win.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But, gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godfrey?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? Is there something wrong? Have I lost your attention? Is there something wrong? You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Of an 18th century English translation of the Bhagavad Gita that I was following up on. Let me know how it turns out.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy! We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? Oh, gosh, no, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
So now I know where to turn in all those slates that I had before I got my game save corrupted again.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
Okay, so I just turn them into her.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon. Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Stay safe, okay?
Curious feeling.
knowing that you've seen something that no one else has? That you know something no one else does?
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Until next time.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts.
Walter, you
That
don't have
doesn't
to
sound
answer
crazy,
this,
does
but
it?
I was
I
wondering...
am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
You're both okay with it.
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation. will continue to await your further input, Captain. I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years. Captain James, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Hello. I'm alright. Well, I'm restarting because my game's file got corrupted, but I was new game +1.
Hey. So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Yeah, they do suck, but unfortunately it's part of life. And my computer is not really up to snuff to play this game. I'm playing on a bunch of RX 580s.
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
RX 580s are graphics cards that are pretty old. In a couple of groups, I basically say that they're potatoes. I used to be a crypto miner, so the RX 580s were a dual BIOS graphics card. You can set them into native mode for the mining and then do whatever you have to do. But since mining is no longer profitable, I'm reusing them as what they were intended to
Have I
for
lost
gaming.
your attention?
This game requires graphics cards. The GTX 2050s is the recommended spec, but I don't have any of them.
My contact is John Tuala. I believe you've already met. Runs the Vanguard recruiting office. He sent word that there's a Vanguard in the Sol system who picked up an item recently. Unusual metallic construction. Sound familiar? His name is Moara. We'll need to head over to Mars and see if anyone knows where he is. I'm sure the local bartenders there must know something.
Yeah, in mining you can use up to 15 graphics cards per computer set to computation mode. Basically native specs, and it processes data versus visual information. So they're a lot faster. No, they don't overheat as long as you keep the overclocking down to a minimum. You can mine a lot faster if you do use overclocking, but I like to use native speeds. And for the RX 580s, the native speed was 1150 megahertz, and it was pretty useful. No, you can set them all up to mine the same coin, and that increases your processing power, as it were. The system I'm currently using has 2 of the RX 580s in it, and right now I'm using them in Crossfire mode to play this game. If you want a more diverse portfolio, yeah, you could actually do that. Set one card to mine one certain coin, and then another to do another coin, and another to do another coin. But it's a lot slower. If you have them all mining the same coin, you can actually earn more profit a lot faster. Bitcoin unfortunately needs a ant miner. Something with an basically something that can actually process data a lot faster. For a long time I was mining Ethereum. I usually just call them cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was the first, and it's also has the highest difficulty rate, which making GPU mining and CPU mining obsolete on it. Yeah. I actually made about $10,000 mining Ethereum. No, it wasn't bad. I wish it didn't go to proof of stake versus proof of work. Proof of stake means I need more bandwidth in my computer, so I'd have to actually start a farm in order to make any money out of it. There's several ways you can get cryptocurrency these days. You can purchase it, but no shop around uses it, and you'd have to convert it back into your current cash denomination. So doing that would be a huge waste of time. Multiple GPUs basically increases the megahertz or gigahertz or whatever the mining platform uses. Some use Sol, some use kilohash, megahash, gigahash. So if you use multiple graphics cards mining the same coin, you increase the clock rate at which the algorithm can decode it. Higher the hash rate, the faster you gain anything. Yeah, basically it's for efficiency.
Captain James, greetings.
You're welcome. Doesn't take much. But if you're going to start mining anything today,
Wish that bartender at the viewport would
it's
stop
not very profitable right
I don't
now.
know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Well, that's another purpose for graphics cards, artificial intelligence. But no, the 2070 is actually better than what I'm currently using.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I...
It's more of a newer generation card. Mine is a little bit older. RTX is basically the platform with ray tracing. That's its only claim to fame. I'm actually using...
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on a nap.
I only have actually 2 of those graphics cards in my system. And yeah, I downloaded the beta,
liked that statue.
and the DLSS function actually is what corrupted my game
what the
file.
artist was trying to represent.
I don't have any Nevada graphics cards to run it.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
If you are on PC playing this game, you can opt into the beta version of this game, and it will actually use the DLSS.
Jemison, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Yeah, I never got those settings to work properly with my old cards. They're currently turned off. No, they don't. AMD cards, they don't support it at all.
Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Well, this game will run on a 1060. Yeah. No, it won't. Turn the overclocking off. Your frame rate will drop, but it won't overheat. Okay. Let's try this again without taking off this time.
Is still open. It's the only decent place in town to grab a drink.
What a lovely view of the Martian sky. Frankly,
that would explain the brownout. So, what's the thing about it?
I do more of modifying ships versus building.
The Lux condos aren't anything special.
What do you mean there's no work?
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
The miners pretty much...
Dude, it's out of my hands. You can take it up.
What's up?
Pardon?
Okay. Hello. We get a lot of new faces passing through here.
I had the UC prison ship pretty much looking pretty well.
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. Oh, believe me, I've heard it. After about round 3 or 4 was all he would talk about. And he's got a voice that carries. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money...
Most of the ships
no
I've
problem.
stolen are pretty useless.
Let me confirm my email. Okay, let's talk. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
It's pretty good.
Fine. We'll make do.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure this article and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unreleased tremor.
Most visitors can't wait to get off this.
Occur in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Always nice to keep back of a broken spear after.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Hello, Captain.
Fun? Now what?
Okay. In the last save file, I had one ship that had the auto turrets. Never flown it though.
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent. The devourer of the unbelievers.
Nice.
I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. No other ship readings in the area. And I doubt they'd be so calm if a Vanguard had flown by recently. No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it,
I actually
we can
stole one of
download
their
its
ships.
logs and figure out where our Vanguard was
26
heading
light
to
year
next.
jump, Everything else sucked.
Exactly. Minimal ship power. Go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away.
Nice.
Oh, great serpent, bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the soul system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
Dreadnought, huh? Don't think I've even seen one of those in this game.
around it was abandoned a long time ago, and the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
There it is. Nova Galactic Star. This is where the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their star yard hasn't been running in forever. Keep your weapons ready. Never know who else might be scavenging there.
We lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Captain James, do you require my assistance?
2 steps in, and we're already looking at a corpse. Okay. It's not Vanguard Moara. Looks like spacers were scavenging around here and someone else came in and said hello. Oh, this won't be your last encounter with a spacer crew. They pillage abandoned facilities and shoot anyone who gets in their way. They're even less organized than the Crimson Fleet. Just countless desperate groups scavenging and killing to survive.
No, it's basically you hold it until it's worth something, then you can basically turn it into cash. Then you can buy goods and services with it. There are very few places that actually accept cryptocurrency. It's about as risky as the stock market. Oh, it works. I mean, you can use it as a... Bitcoin is one of the more popular coins. I think one coin is worth like $10,000, $20,000. So if you buy a lot of microtransactions in Bitcoin, you can use it as a savings account. But it's really not worth it if that's how you're trying to bank your money. Keep it liquid or keep it in more tangible items is a lot better than cryptocurrency, as well as the stock market, because they both have their ups and downs.
I don't stock up on junk.
Keep it in cash. That's basically liquidity. How much of your assets are in liquid form or cash? For example, if you own a home, that's not liquidity. That's basically an asset. If you have stock, that's an asset. Cash is the only thing that is liquidity, and it doesn't change value in your hand, but everything else will change value. Yes. I do not. Yes. No, it's not.
Light him up!
Covering fire.
That was an ecliptic mercenary. What are they doing here? Scavenging a star yard is a bit low end for them.
You're done. God
they ran away.
Gary.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Now you! Time to stop! Got you! Time to die!
I don't think we're alone. They're here! Right here!
Sarah.
Bring it on!
Jeez, finish him off for crying out loud. Holy shit, Aurora. Nice.
Unacceptable. Last one.
You picked the wrong day to piss me off! Get down! Show me what you've got.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
You've got nothing! Nothing! last much longer. I'm gonna go down. I can't take much more of this. Got nothing. Damn it! Oh, I'm hit. This is gonna end badly for you. Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Okay.
Here to deal with these spacers. But until then, if any of you thugs are listening, I'm the damn ghost stealing your stuff in the night. Clear out while you have the chance.
It's almost daring the spacers to come after them. It's actually not a bad plan. Much better odds destroying one of their ships than fighting them all at once here. Too many odds and ends. Time to let something go. be back on board.
Captain James, it is pleasant to see you.
Am I glad to meet whoever you two are. Looks like we're all in one piece. Any day you walk away from, right? What? You guys still exist? Man, I've only heard stories.
We've heard stories too. About a strange object you found on patrol.
So, you know what that thing is? I tried to hawk it in Sidonia, and the guy thought I was peddling phony titanium.
It doesn't play nice with scanners. It'd be worthless to someone trying to flip rare minerals quickly.
So you're saying I shouldn't be using it as a hood ornament? Hey, I'll trade some weird space rock for a rescue anytime. Hope you figure out whatever that thing is.
Good work. Let's get back to the lodge.
Let's just grab all that. Grab.
correct course while we scan your ship's cargo. All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New...
It crashed. It's alright, I gotta get offline. You do the same.